today for my altar is one of my standard hearts. I have a heart altar with lots of hearts, but this is my more like glass heart. So just finding something that resonates with you to put it in front of you, in front of the camera, just to remind yourself that you are a sacred being. All right. And we'll get started placing something under your feet if you have shorter limbs, something underneath your sit bones if you have longer limbs, ideally a chair that doesn't have any arms. And we'll just take a moment here to settle in, just letting yourself really arrive, check in with your body. If you already know little places of tension / energy, just let yourself feel into those. And I have a weird flash going on my phone, so I'm going to just see what that's about. There we go. All right. And we'll go ahead and get started. Removing the flesh from underneath you to help root down, and closing your eyes or looking down at your own feet or the mat, the floor, with an unfocused gaze. And I'll ring the bell 3 times to bring us into this moment and into your practice today. Feeling your weight being supported by the earth in this moment. Allowing your parts of your body that are touching the earth underneath you to root down and to ground, have the sense of heaviness. The parts that are touching the chair, the parts that are touching the floor. Just fully allowing yourself to arrive to this moment of support from the earth. Relaxing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, your cheeks, your forehead. Just imagine, first imagining our ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And then letting your body receive that cue. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Even if it means you might need some support behind you, like a block or a bolster or pillow. Just notice if your jaw is tight, just to open the mouth, stick out the tongue even. And do that a couple times. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue. And then even scrunching up the face, just so you can relax the face a little bit more. Sometimes we don't even know that we're carrying tension in our face. So just checking in with those muscles in our face. And let's take 3 deep breaths together. Really deep inhale and long exhale to arrive. Focusing on your feet. Two more. And bringing your hands together in front of your heart, rubbing your hands together, creating some heat, some more, some of your own innate natural medicine Bringing those hands, really getting them warm. Left hand to the heart, right hand over the left, bowing to your heart. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Really acknowledging that you are your best teacher and to bring that in to this moment. Taking a big inhale and setting a simple intention for your practice today, maybe even an intention for the whole day. One word. And then we're inhale, reach the arms up, looking up. Bringing that intention into your life right now, and then exhale, hands to the heart, bowing to your heart. Let your arms rest by your side as your chin comes down to your chest. Inhale, reach the arms up, looking up, and exhale, hands to the heart, bowing to your heart. Let them rest a couple more times, lifting and exhaling. One more. This time we're going to leave the arms up. You can always come into a W or cactus arms if it's available, bringing the arms out by your side, looking up. I'm just going to pause one thing here. You're still breathing, so you don't have to look at me. And one more breath here. Nice. And exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Let's engage those palms towards each other. Bring the elbows out. So engage the palms a little bit more like you're trying to smush something, right, together here, making a tortilla or something is what came to mind. And then just elbows come out and then shoulders come back, like you're kind of pushing the backs of your shoulders into a wall here. And just pausing here for a couple breaths, just feeling into your strength. And then you're going to really slowly bring those fingertips away from each other, really slowly, just feeling that, maybe even feeling some energy between your hands here. And just making a big, big ball, just a big chi ball. And then you're just going to bring that chi ball into your heart. Exhale. So you're going to bring your hands together, bring them out far away from each other, bringing in a big ball of your own love into your heart. And then I want you to bow to your heart as you come to your heart. Take a deep breath, honoring this body, honoring this moment. And we'll do that 3 more times. So palms come together. Feel the palms come away from you. Bring it into a big chi ball. Bringing it into your heart. And then bow to your heart. Taking a big breath. Hands together. Bring the fingertips away from each other. Bringing a big ball. And bringing that energy into your heart, bowing to your heart. One more time, palms together. Bring them out. Big, big, big ball of energy. Whatever it is to you, whatever the energy means to you, and then bring that into the heart. Nice. And relax your arms. And just know that I often sit a little wider because it's a little comfortable, but you're welcome to try and just have those hips aligned with the knees here and bring your feet a little closer. I just wanted to acknowledge that I often will just sit like this because this is more comfortable. This helps me just sit up straighter, right? To just have better posture. That just feels more comfortable to me. So just notice for you if it's here, or even wider, right? I'm gonna actually move this blanket now. Let's put it to the side and we'll do some cat-cow. So squeeze the shoulders back, looking up. Inhale, my feet are planted. And then exhale, roll the shoulders forward, chin to chest. Few times here at your own pace. Really squeezing the scapulas towards each other, looking up. And then chin comes down, roll the shoulders forward. And then again, let's have this little bit of focus on your feet engaged, right? So they're not just passively there. The heels might even engage a little bit more into the floor. Our beautiful roots of our beautiful tree here. That is you. And then we might bring our arms into it, bringing the palms back, feeling the chest lifting up, looking up, beautiful. And then exhale, chin to chest, palms together. Engaged feet, inhale, opening, looking up. And exhale, chin to chest, palms together. And you can decide, you can bring the arms up a little higher if that feels good to you. And then chin comes to chest. Just a couple more times here. Nice. And then palms come down. And we're just gonna squeeze the shoulders back. I want you to almost engage on the thighs here, and then we're gonna fold forward halfway. And then you're gonna push yourself up, squeeze the shoulders back, just like we're doing with cat-cow, sitting nice and tall, looking up, inhale, and then exhale, folding forward. Notice my elbows are still bent here for support. My spine is parallel to the floor, and then I'm pushing into the hands, squeezing the shoulders back, looking up, and then coming forward. Just notice if one position is just a little more comfortable for you today. Every day is a new day, right? So coming back, that feels a little more comfortable, or coming forward. If it's available, option 1 is just to stay right here. Option 2 is to grab the back, the lower part of your chair, and squeeze your shoulders, your scapulas towards each other. So a little deeper backward bend here, just a bit. Chest coming up, mostly a chest opener. I'm taking 2 more breaths here, so 3 full breaths. And then when you're complete, we'll come into that fold. You decide if you'd like to just keep it in this half lift or bring your hands down to the floor. And again, you can try this with your feet closer together. I have a belly, so I keep my feet a little wider for 3 breaths. I'm even bringing my wrist towards the screen here, a little extra wrist opener. Really relaxing the neck. And if you're in that deeper fold, hands come back to the thighs, pushing yourself up. And just pausing for a moment and closing your eyes if it's available. Or just having an unfocused gaze. And just take 3 breaths. Just feeling into sensation, feeling into your body. Relaxed face, relaxed jaw, feet on the floor. I am grounded. Right? That's what I like to think of with my feet on the floor. I'm literally able to walk. Not everybody can, right, with their feet. And so just acknowledging if you're one of those people who can walk with your feet, right? Just acknowledging and appreciating that. And then coming back, opening your eyes. And let's just do a little bit of neck opening. So we're gonna look all the way to the left. So we're sitting nice and tall. If it helps you, you can grab the lower part of your chair here to help you sit nice and tall. So it's up to you. You can leave your hands on your thighs or hands grabbing the chair, depending on what kind of chair you have. And we're gonna inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, look all the way over our left shoulder. And then look as far back as you can. So everything below the neck stays neutral. Just moving and looking as far back as we can. Inhale, look around your room as you inhale back to center. Looking as far away in the furthest spots in your room or outside if you have a window. And then turning slowly all the way to the other side. Looking as far back as you possibly can without finding yourself tilting or moving too much. Taking a couple more breaths. Slowly coming back to center, looking around the room once again, following the eyes. The eyes are just tracing the room, and then chin comes down to the chest. And If you're not holding the bottom of the chair, go ahead and try and hold it now. Just really grip the chair and really bring that chin down towards your clavicle bone, towards your chest to really find nice elongation in the back of the neck. And then release the chair. And then coming back to center. Let's do some lateral side bends, okay? So let's bring the feet a little wide. If you have a block, again, I'll show you the version here. And if you don't have blocks, some of the cheapest props you can buy are blocks and straps. So blankets, you can use a towel. Bolster, you can use a thick pillow, right? There's lots of different ways that we can adjust those, but you can also use a can, a big can of soup, if you want to try this version as well, right? So just kind of notice what kind of prop do you have to bring the floor to you. So I'm going to come to the tip of my chair here and we're going to first start with our forearm down. Hand comes to the armpit, arm extended and or over, really rooting that butt cheek down, the opposite butt cheek, right? I'm going to adjust for my body here. Just checking in with your body, coming back to center. So option 1 is keeping the forearm down on the thigh. Option 2 is maybe bringing a hand to the block. Little bit deeper stretch available here for me. But really the focus is the side body, okay? So feeling the rib cage opening, adjusting your chair. You might even come to the corner, right? The caddy corner of your chair. Still the same side. So looking forward, or you can look up. And just notice what is around you, right? This is a practice of tuning into your own body, but by doing that, we become aware more of what's around us, right? The kind of people that we're surrounding ourselves with, the energies, what we're doing, right, with our space. Many of us are in our actual spaces more. Is there something you could make more beautiful in your space, right? Make you feel better about your space. Or maybe you might just feel totally perfectly fine with your space. Firm feet here. Then we might pause for a couple breaths. I'm going to come back to my forearm here. And just really bringing that top shoulder back. Maybe the palms come down, maybe looking up. Again, you can bring, if your shoulders are really tight, I want you to probably bring the arms straight up. Okay. Just taking a couple breaths. Embracing your inner smile. Yes, it's an inner smile that might turn into an outer smile if we're lucky. We're lucky since I can see the screen. One more breath. And coming back to center. Oh yeah, just pause for a second before we do the other side. I really want us to feel into the difference, closing your eyes if it's available. I want you to take a deep breath and just notice if you feel any difference from just doing that motion. We're just going to take a little bit longer pauses today because I want you to really feel into the left, the right, the front, the back, and what's actually moving as we're doing those movements, right, in our body. One more breath, and then same thing on the other side. So you might start with the forearm down, or you might all the way bring the hand to the block. And just moving mindfully, right? I'm actually wanting to move a little slower today. My legs are still pretty sore from this crazy hike I did on Sunday. I'm just noticing that, right? And you might notice something else in your body, right? Oh, something's going on, with my neck. And I also slept weird and I woke up with a weird neck thing, but now it's better. I don't know, just like noticing those little things that go on in our daily lives and how long they last. Is it weekly? Is it hours? Right? To be aware, not to be like somebody asks you how long something's been going on and you're like, I don't know, it's been so long. And that's okay. It's just, if we're like, oh, it started in January, right? And this next time, bringing that hand to the block or to the thigh, just pausing for a couple breaths if it's available. Top shoulder comes back, looking forward or up. Couple breaths. Strong feet super planted, heels planted. Nice, one more breath. Slowly coming back to center. Bring both arms out by the side. They can be low, could be right here. Okay, so if it's available, bringing the arms out. Nice. 3 breaths here. Palms up. Notice the shoulder here rotating, right? As the palms go down and the palms go up, and just go back and forth a couple times just to notice. Focus on the shoulders. Okay, so the rotation. All about checking in with our joint mobility, right? Joint mobility, and also how's each side. Taking one more breath here, just exploring the palms up and palms down, and then we'll interlace the fingers, bring them out in front of us, wrist towards the screen, shoulders squeeze back. So shoulders squeeze back, wrists come towards the screen, shoulders come back. Rest if you need to, bring the arms down if you can. 3 breaths here. Nice. Maybe we might bring those arms up. We might leave them exactly where they are. And hands come to the top of the head. Bring the elbows back, chest coming forward. 3 breaths. You can also interlace your fingers behind your neck if that feels more comfortable, behind your occipital ridge, actually, the base of your head, the back of your head. One more breath here. And slowly release the arms down. Pause. Assess. Breathe. Feel into sensation, no matter how small. And then we'll do a fold. So again, you decide, you want to come halfway here. You might even stand up and do a standing forward fold. So you decide, maybe the hands come to the floor. Wherever you are, 3 breaths. Nodding your head yes in that fold. Yes, 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 I want my neck and body to be relaxed. No, 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 nodding no, I do not want to be stressed and to have tension. One hand comes to the thigh, other hand comes to the thigh, slowly pushing yourself up to seated. Oh, nice yawn, tapping into my own parasympathetic nervous system while I'm teaching. And shake it out. Just shake it out a little bit. To do our imaginary run right here, and running in place, right? You can also stand up and run. If you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna run or do some jumping jacks for a minute. It's nice to calm the body and to also enliven it, right? We want to enliven it, right? Especially this time of day at noon, right? Where a lot of us are doing this class around lunchtime, and then we're going to eat afterwards, right? That's the ideal scenario, is that we do this, and then we're so aware of our body. We just open the fridge, and it's just the most perfect meal is just like poofed in front of us, right? That's my wish for all of you. All right, let's do a little bit of a twist. Actually, let's do so either grab a scarf or a strap, and we're gonna place it underneath. I'm gonna do this now, and we're gonna do it again at the end of class. We're gonna place it underneath your left knee. I'll mirror you the camera, okay? And you can also interlace your hands underneath that knee, but I'm gonna use a strap, and we're just gonna do some hip circles. One direction, about, 5 times. Sitting nice and tall. Again, you could always use a prop behind you, and then the other direction. Oof, yeah, the inter-rotation, a little more just tension for my body, my legs being tight today. Just one more, and then we're gonna cross that leg over. You can keep the strap there. You're actually doing across your legs here. So you can keep the strap there. And then we're gonna just fold forward. So it's almost like the reverse pigeon that we do, the figure 4 here, the pigeon, seated pigeon, but we're just gonna cross the legs, okay? And then you're just gonna lean forward, looking down for 3 breaths. And if you're not using a strap, you can just hold on to your thigh here. Looking down. Just a couple more breaths. It's literally having a sense of holding your leg, but relaxing the shoulders. Hips, sit bones reach back into the chair. One more breath. And then place this leg down. Before we go to the other side, I just want you to squeeze and love this leg. Literally looking at your leg. Thank you, leg. I love you. It's kind of complicated and hard sometimes, but you know, you're really tight today. And I like to massage using my whole body, right? I'm using my whole body here since none of us can really get full actual massages, right, from people. We have to learn how to do some more self-massage. So this is a kind of nice one to kind of brush and kind of, you can also interlace the fingers here and bring your whole body, just you're kind of scooping up like this. Scoop, scoop, scoop. So scoop starting at the top of the thigh and then going down. Yeah. One more time. And I'm doing this because this feels good. And you know what? You're here because I'm showing you my practice. So thanks for being here and letting me show you my practice. And then we're going to just brush those calves, just however feels comfortable for you from here. We're just going to brush, brush, and then we'll do our whole leg. So starting even at your groin, right? Just start way up here. And then we're going to brush 3 times. Exhale. Whole body brushing. One more. Nice. Give our toes a little love. One of my self-care activities during shelter in place has been doing my nails every week. So they start getting chippy and ugly by Friday. But I did sparkle, so they're all sparkly. All right, so strap or hands underneath that other leg, and we'll just start with those rotations. Just notice the difference between the side and the other side. Oh, forgot to mention, ideally the toes are flexed about 5 times here. One direction, and then the other direction. Nice. And then we're going to cross, and again, with or without the strap. Even if you don't need the strap, it's kind of nice for support here if you're crossing your legs, right? And again, we're not coming all the way into that figure 4 like we would sometimes in the class. We're just going to cross for now. And then you're going to find your posture, sitting nice and tall. And then from there, you're going to lean the hips back, right? They're leaning back just a tiny bit, the sit bones back, and then I'm folding forward. Hands can stay on the strap, or you can just hold that thigh. Let's be here for just a few breaths. And then coming back to center slowly, very slowly. If you want to be there for another minute or so, go ahead, right? Go at your pace. I'm just reminding you, this is your practice by showing up here, especially virtually. And then just loving this leg. Thank you, leg, for working with the other leg. It's kind of feeling, oh, my sides always feel so different. My thighs, my hips, very different. Been working on it for years, you know, and then I might interlace my fingers, and again, just a little squeeze, whole body squeeze, right? We're not doing this, right? We're not just using our arms and our wrists. I'm using my whole body here. The secret to all body work, pretty much, is to use your whole body, not just your limbs, right? Not just one part of your body. And then it's brush our legs. Just a little attention. Thank you for working with the other leg. I super appreciate it. I acknowledge that not everyone has legs in the world, and I'm just appreciating that I have one to walk around, right? And then 3 brushes all the way down, top of the thigh, and exhale. Make some noise. One more time. Nice. And then pause. Assess. Feet on the ground. Feet super on the ground. If you're noticing your heels are lifted, I'd want you to probably put something underneath them, right? Just like we talked about in the beginning of class. So just notice that. And then it's time to come into a downward dog or child pose. We've gone over these many times. So if you have a desk in front of you, you're welcome to bring your hands to your desk and reach the hips back. Okay, so that's one option. If you'd like, you can stand up. Bring the bottom or the top of the chair. You decide, right? So which version will work best for you. And I'm going to bring my hands to the bottom of the chair, and then I'm going to walk my hips back and then reach my hips back. So my palms are on the chair. And then I'm going to breathe. I might bend one knee at a time. If you're in the chair with the hands on the desk, you're just going to pause there for a few breaths, really reaching the sit bones back. Just taking one or two more breaths here. Walk towards the chair if you're doing this chair version, and slowly come up to standing. Nice. Let me just adjust the camera, and we're going to come into the warrior one that we worked with last week as well. Let's see, actually, I'll just adjust it like so. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, so we're going to come and bring the top of the chair facing us. Okay, so we're standing right behind the chair. So just go ahead and adjust yourself. Coming to our mountain pose. So if you want to leave your hands on the chair, you're welcome to, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Right? You can even imagine this beautiful string, this beautiful roots, this beautiful trunk, these roots. On the top of your head are the beautiful leaves and flowers growing towards the sun, right? That is metaphors that work for me to help ground me into this world. This appreciation of our Mother Earth. It supports us, literally. Taking a breath here, engaging the feet, soft knees, sticking out the butt just slightly. And then the palms are either hands to the heart or in a prayer position, and just feel into the relationship with your hands and your sternum, right? Just pushing into the hands. And then the shoulders come back slightly, chin comes slightly in towards your chest. Strong stance here, your beautiful, beautiful temple that you are. Relaxed face, one more breath here. And then hands come to the top of the chair, and you're going to step that right foot back. Okay, so we're going to have your hips squared towards the chair. My heels are aligned. They could also be a little bit, that back leg can be out a couple inches away from the left. Okay, and then this particular toes are at about a 2 o'clock position on the clock. Okay, 12 is front facing towards the chair. So you can leave your hands, you can adjust and leave your hands on the chair, or you can bring your hands to your heart. That left knee is right over the left ankle. So hands on the chair, hands to the heart, or any other version with your arms that feel good to you. I just want you to feel the chest lifting up. Imagine your hands are in front of your heart and you're really opening up the chest here. Relaxing the face, elbows back if they're up like mine. Don't have to be. Just taking a couple more breaths. Are my hips squared towards the chair? That front knee bent. One more breath. And then hands come to the chair, and then I'm gonna walk back a little bit because of the nature of my chair. But you don't have to. You can also bring your forearms to the chair. You're gonna straighten that left knee and come into a hamstring stretch here. So my forearms feel comfortable resting on the top of my chair. You're also welcome to not come into as deep and just leave your hands on the top of the chair like so. So if it's available, a few breaths here. Where is it tight? Where is there ease? And where are your feet? Feet grounded. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths. You're always welcome to bend into that left knee and then straighten it. Both hands come to the top of the chair. We're going to step back into a downward dog. So you decide which version you want to do. If you're here, that's totally fine. Reaching the hips back. Palms are just resting, so I'm not even gripping the top of my chair. I'm really focusing on the extension of my spine, opening the armpit, and opening the backs of the legs. This is a full body stretch here. And again, if you're in this position, one knee bending, other one straightening. Heel, opposite heel really engages, hips coming back. Just taking a couple more breaths here. And then we're going to step that right foot forward, coming to warrior one on the other side, front facing warrior. So hands can stay on the chair. Engaged inner thighs, front knee bent, my back left foot is at about a 10 o'clock position, those toes. Finding my stability before I bring the hands up, right? Really finding stability, even focusing on something, not moving. Then my hands might come to the heart. I might interlace my fingers behind my head. Elbows come back, chest coming forward. Feet planted, rooted. My amazing, amazing strength in my body, just feeling into your strength. One more breath. Slowly bringing the hands back to the chair, and we're going to straighten that front knee. So again, you decide where your arms go. I'm going to scoot back. That feels more comfortable for my body. Hamstring stretch on the other leg. If it's really tight, you can bend and straighten it. Breathing. Very slowly, hands come back to the top of the chair. Step that right foot back, coming into that downward dog one more time. You're also welcome to come into a squat here. Okay, I'm going to actually use the blanket I have here. This is optional. So option one is to do whatever you want right now for the next 2 minutes. Okay, and not do what I'm going to do. But you're also welcome to I bring my heels to the blanket, and then I come down into a squat here, reach the hips back, and then I can use the support of the chair here. And you also don't have to use the support of the chair. You can just bring the palms together, and then I'm opening the hips with my elbows, coming into a supportive squat. You're also welcome to use a block and place it right at the bottom of your pelvic floor. Pretty much right at the anus right there. And just let your butt relax, right? Down. So many different versions of squat, and I'll start to do a little specialized video on that, right? Taking a couple more breaths wherever you're doing. So you're either doing your own practice or you're doing the squat. And breathing. Sit bones rooted, finding a little more length in the spine. Hands come down to the floor if you're in the squat. Lift the hips up, coming to a standing forward fold. Feet come off the blanket. Rest your head down, nod your head yes, nod it no. Inhale halfway, spine parallel to the floor. Exhale, hold. Bend the knees, arms wide. Inhale all the way up. Optional backward bend. And hands to the heart. Nice. Shake it out. If you did that squat especially, shaking it out. Let's do some hip circles, standing. So heels in, toes out. Focusing on the hips, figure 8, infinity symbol. If you'd like, you can close your eyes and really just listen to your hips guiding this movement. And then the other direction, soft knees, feet planted, rooted, breathing. And then let's do a quad stretch with the chair. Okay, so I promised we were going to do this last night for some of you in this class. First, I just want you to bring, so we're going to come into kind of a modified dancer pose. If you have a strap, you're welcome to grab it. You don't have to. I'm going to show you a couple different versions. But first, we're going to come into a balance pose. So I'm standing in front of my chair. I'm focusing on something, not moving. I'm grounding my feet, soft knees. I'm going to bring all my weight into the left foot, and then the right foot just becomes heavy. And I'm going to just place the whole foot in the chair. The knee might even come off the chair. It depends what's going on with your chair. And this might just be enough of a quad stretch. You might even actually already feel it here, right? You can engage your glutes and come into a little bit of a backward bend here, just a little bit, just to engage the front body and engage the back body here. And then you can also, if that's enough, stay there. If you have a stable chair, it's also nice to do this against a wall. Bring the top of the foot to the chair. And you might even put a little pillow underneath the knee here. This is getting a much deeper quad stretch here. And then again, engaging the glutes just a bit, coming back. Just a bit, just to feel my elbows coming back, chest coming forward, looking forward. And then option 1 and 2 right there, you got it. And then option 3 is grabbing onto that foot, pausing right here, keeping the knee on the chair. You can also bring a hand to the wall and then leaning the heart forward. So it's a little more advanced, right? And then maybe one hand comes up, both knees are coming towards each other. I'm kicking this foot into my hand here. So that's optional, right? You can leave that knee back and just stay right here. And with the strap, I forgot to mention that. So the strap can come over the ankle if you don't grab your foot easily. Lots of people don't feel left out. 2 more breaths here, wherever you are. Focusing and balancing, and then slowly bringing that foot down. Let's do a downward dog with the chair. Hands come to the chair, walk the feet away from me, reach the hips back, realign that pelvis. Nice. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to turn the chair because it seems just like it makes sense that way, and then I'll show you the version with the strap on this side. So again, option 1 is to first find balance. This is a balance pose. And again, if you can do this against the wall, I kind of have a closet behind this curtain. That's why it's here, this curtain. But hands to the waist, bring all the weight into the right foot. Then the left foot just gets super light. Just pausing right here. Engage the glutes, just coming back just a bit. Option 1. Option 2, bringing the knee, oops, I wasn't as balanced here as I thought, to the chair, and then bringing the top of the foot to the top of the chair. And again, engaging the glutes here, opening the quad. And then option 3 is interlacing Just bringing the strap over the ankle in any way that feels comfortable. You could also loop it. I didn't loop it. I did it more like the easier, quick way. And then you're just experimenting with lifting the knee off the chair. Maybe that right hand comes to the wall. And then just pause here, or you can lean your heart forward, kicking that foot into the hand. One hand comes forward, or if it just makes more sense for you to just grab on and bring that hand to your foot. So again, more advanced option, lots of options. Breathing. Two more breaths wherever you are. And slowly bringing that foot down. I was very graceful there. Shake it out. And hands back to the chair. Walk those feet back. You can even try with your forearms on the chair this time. Reach the hips back. Pause for 3 breaths. Hands come to the top of the chair. Walk the feet towards the chair, coming up to standing or seated. So you're welcome to sit or bring your hands to your heart for 3 breaths. Feel your feet on the ground. Soft knees. Soft face. Shake it out a little bit, shake it out, and then we'll come back to our seat. So if you're not already there, go ahead, take a sip of water. Adjust. You can face the camera again. I'm going to just open up this blanket to have underneath my feet. My carpet is actually, the floor is uneven at my home, at my residence where I live. And so I'm just finding a little bit, this helps me just feel grounded, right? Bringing the chin down to your chest, looking down and just appreciating your body for a moment. Inhale, looking up, squeeze the shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, roll the shoulders forward, chin to chest. And then we're going to do that version that we did, one more round. We're going to do that version of crossing the legs. So your option to do that one first. If you'd rather just do that one with bringing the strap over. If this feels more comfortable for you to hold the strap, you're welcome to. Right? If this feels already difficult, you can actually extend the leg. Just a little hip opener here as well. Okay. And just flex those bottom toes. Right? You can even bring that foot to a block. Okay, just some kind of hip opener. Right? So if it's available, I'm going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh, flexing those bottom toes, hand on the strap, or I'm just going to leave my hand here on my thigh, sitting nice and tall, taking a breath here. I'm kind of trying to push that thigh away just to feel it opening a little bit more. This is my tighter side, right? I don't like to say my bad side, right? That's language that's very commonly used. You're good and your bad side. I really do my best to try not to use that language. And then we might fold forward just a bit. Looking down, sit bones going back into the chair. What parts are touching the earth, touching the chair? Breathing. And you can even point and flex that top foot just to see what it feels like, and let's try and keep it flexed. Yeah. Relaxed face. One more breath. And then slowly, slowly, actually, let's leave that foot there, wherever it is, and we'll come into a twist. Okay, so you can also cross that leg if it feels more comfortable. And then we're just gonna twist all the way back. So we're finding length in the spine here, and then we're gonna twist. Top of my arm is coming to the back hand. Right hand comes to the left thigh because I'm mirroring you, and then looking behind you. 2 breaths. Slowly unwinding, then bringing this foot down. Let's do one big brush from our kidneys and our bellies. Okay, so one hand on your kidney, one hand on your belly, and we're gonna brush all the way down to our toes. So take a deep inhale. Whole body. Let's actually do that one more time. It just felt so good. Let's do it like in slow motion. So one hand to your belly, one hand to your kidney, your low back. Deep inhale and just slowly off your thigh and then your foot. I don't know why that just felt so delicious to me today. Probably because my legs are kind of tight. All right, so I'm like, oh yeah, like I love you. Ah. All right, so figuring out the next side, right? Option 1, option 2, 3 with a strap underneath that right thigh. And then just pushing away this thigh just to feel into the difference. And this knee's right over the ankle here, this bottom foot. Okay. Just noticing the difference between this side and the other side without judgment. And then when you're ready, leaning forwards. It's kind of like your heart's pouring into your leg here. Sit bones rooted back, looking down, assessing and noticing the difference between this side and the other side. Very slowly, either leaving your leg where it is or coming to more of a cross leg position, coming to a twist on the other side, feeling the length in your spine. Inhale, exhale. Left hand comes to the thigh, right hand comes behind you or to the top of the chair. And then looking behind you, twisting. Any twist is good. One more breath. And slowly coming back to center. Very slowly bringing this foot down with care, right? And then we'll do that slow motion 2 times because we did 2 on the other side. From your belly and from your kidney, deep inhale. And brush all the way down this leg with intention. I don't want you to just brush because I'm saying to brush, right? I want you to feel your body. Oh, yes. Brushing. Let's do a fold. I'm going to bring my feet a little wider. You decide what kind of fold, standing, seated, halfway. I'm going to stay at a half lift here. Welcome to come to a deeper fold here as we come to the end of our practice. Hands come to the top of the thighs and just take a moment to check in with your body. What does your body need to feel complete? And if you're feeling complete, you're welcome to set up for Shavasana. You're welcome to lie down on a bed or on the floor or on a couch. If you have a block, you can bring, I'll come to the side just to show you a side version of this. A couple different things you can do seated. So go ahead and set yourself up for Shavasana. One way is to bring a bolster or a big blanket, and we're just sitting here. Right, you might even bring a block to each thigh here to rest on. You can also rest another bolster if you have one. So this is one option. You'll put one bolster behind you. Okay, so lots of different ways to rest as we're seated. Then you can also do one block right behind you, depending on the height of the chair. I'm just kind of adjusting here. And then it's supporting my back in a way that just that little bit of support feels really helpful. And then the bolster can come to my lap. So just a few different ways to set up for rest. So still feeling into if their body needs anything. What does your unique body need to feel complete? And then getting comfortable to rest, closing your eyes or just looking at an unfocused gaze away from the screen. Just really doing your best to not look at the screen. Deepening your breath. Long exhale, piercing your lips like you're trying to blow on hot soup. Long, long exhale. Deep inhale through your nose. A long exhale out through the mouth, piercing your lips, blowing slowly. A few times here, focusing on the belly, feeling your feet grounded. And continuing to breathe this way if it's feeling relaxing and nourishing, or just allowing yourself to breathe spontaneously and naturally and allowing your body to receive this rest, receive the sensation, the nourishment of rest. And option one is to stay exactly where you are, still with your eyes closed and just really deepening this restful state. Option two is to wiggle your fingers and your toes, checking in with your wrists, your ankles, your neck, your shoulders, hips. And very slowly, if you're in a chair looking down at the ground first, really just like peeling your eyes open the slowest you can. And slowly making yourself aware of the room, the light, the energy. And sitting a little taller. I'll ring the bell one final time to bring us back into this moment. Placing your hands together in front of your forehead as a reminder of clear thinking. To your lips as a reminder of clear speaking. And to your heart as a reminder of clear intentions, inner peace, and love to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me. Super appreciate it. Hope you all have a great day. Tell your friends about this class, please.